No, you actual inbred.
All right. Welcome everyone to functionally the episode number 2, because
The last
though
episode
we've
didn't go too
attempted,
good.
though we've attempted to record podcasts in the past, there's been varying complications that have stopped us from doing so. So this is
Drugs.
still, yeah, this is still number 2, still just audio currently. So allow me
Yeah,
to
we're
introduce myself if you don't know. I'm Evan. I've been here before, so not much I need to say. I'll
you
give it away.
I'm Mason. You can just call me Daddy. But I was
Eat
on
my
the,
wiener,
I
kid.
was, I was on the last episode.
Yes, he's on the new video.
Peak stairs, peak
Adventures of
stairs.
Gaymen Ramme Part 1,
And,
member of DRU
and
vlogs, and I think he's pretty lit. So Harley, if you
and
want to
you can
introduce yourself,
hear
please.
the retarded co-owner in the background.
Yeah, I'm Harley. Yeah, partially, pretty much co-owner of it. Um, yeah, I've been in most of the videos, if not all. I'm pretty sure I've been in all.
I think so.
I'm cameraman most of the time. Everything.
Star of the
Besides that,
episode,
yeah,
and you
I'm
could say of the wild shit, because you were the shit, even though
yeah, I was.
you're definitely a star of that. Anyway, so yeah, our videos, you guys should check them out. The new one, I think I'm pretty proud of, but that's only part 1 because it takes a lot to get all the actors in the right place, doing the right thing. So
That's for
it'll be
sure.
a little bit before part 2 comes out, but when it does, you guys not gonna miss it. Not gonna want
It
to miss
took
it.
us. Didn't it take us like 4 days to shoot part 1?
Actually, I mean, I know me and Harley did the first thing, like one day, and then
Right.
I think you came over, and it was just you and him and your brother, and we
Right.
pretty much didn't do anything, if I remember correctly. Oh wait, no, we
We
did
did.
we did
We
the
did.
interview thing, interview
Right.
things, and then the next day, we got everyone together to help when we did the stuff out in the garage. So that
Yeah.
was we actually, I guess that day was less productive than I thought it was. We only got
It
10
was because we
actual.
sat there most of the day.
I mean, it was fun, but it wasn't productive.
Right.
It was productive enough, but not as much as it could have been.
A lot of memories, and I tell you what, you, Evan, motherfucker, you got the most fucking screenshots I've ever seen on a PlayStation 4, but
That's
I'll give you it. It's the funniest shit ever.
You could say yes. I think it's a problem, but because I'm never gonna use any of those pictures for anything, but I still
Right.
don't want to delete them because I'm never gonna get
Right.
the picture again. Same thing with videos. I used to be with videos because I was always like, man, I want to make a Slam Bash Games video. Check out Slam Bash Games, my gaming channel. I haven't posted in a while, but I'm gonna make a Slam Bash Games video out of this. If I did, it would be the most obscure thing in the history of YouTube, but I probably still would have done it if I just got the time, but I never ended up doing it, so I just deleted pretty much all my videos to get space for games, so I could, play games on my PlayStation. But I do still have a lot of funny screenshots, mostly GTA, like Uncharted, Arkham, stuff like that.
Uncharted was a really good game. I got
It was.
Uncharted 4 for free with my PlayStation,
I
along
did
with
not
millions of
play
others.
any of those games.
I don't
Because
want
you're
to.
gay.
I'm very happy with the reality I live in, which I don't have to imagine playing Uncharted.
How have I been spotted? This game is retarded.
Oh
um,
man.
I
Oh.
think it is.
Shut
I'm very stingy with my.
Oh, I shot the hostage. I'm actually done.
Very stingy with my photos, as is. Period. Um, like on my phone, for the longest time, I had like 3,000 pictures on my phone,
Yeah,
and it got
that.
way out of control. And it was hard to choose what ones you want to keep and what ones to go because,
It's
like,
so time
you know,
consuming. The amount of time I would take to judge through every single picture would be more than the amount of time that I have available to me to go through and look at all my pictures. So it's gonna take me
right.
a while if I ever need space, which I'm about to need space.
What? Dude, oh my
So I
god,
can
I'm
get
gonna kill
games like
myself.
Bloons
Jumping out a
and
window.
freaking Plague Inc. I
Right.
used to play that all the time. Make a disease called Yo Mama or something like that. Yo Mama has ended all life on Earth.
Ligma. Remember when
I
that
think
was
I
a big
made.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Ninja got Ligma, dog. Ninja got Ligma.
Linja got
Alright, you can
Nigma.
stop.
Nigma. Ooh. Ooh. Oh shit. What do I do? What? I don't get it. 48. Anyway. So what are some topics we can talk about, guys? Got any
Drugs.
Oh
I need
yeah.
water.
What'd you say, Harley?
I said I need water.
Well, you can get that. I don't know what to tell you, but I just ate some yogurt dough. Noosa, strawberry.
Okay. So some topics actually. Fuck. How? So today was actually a really nice fucking day. How did you guys spend yours?
It was. It was like 60 degrees out, having been freezing for
Dude,
the longest time.
I got fucking sunburnt.
I
Like
didn't
my
leave the house all
face
day.
is
I mean,
red.
I guess you would. I got up at like noon, and then I went to the gym, and then I came back and went to the refuge area, the little
Right.
pier. It turns out there's still ice there covering the whole place, and it's thick enough that I threw a big log out there, and it busted through, but it didn't like shatter it, so that's pretty cool. But it still was
I
like
was
60
on.
and sunny all day, and it was really nice.
I was
Oh my
on
god, imagine
TikTok.
being a fat fag. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm actually killing
And
myself. I'm going
I
to grab a
was
gun.
on TikTok, and I seen a guy who was walking across the lake with his dog, and the lake was like frozen solid. Um, and he's in the middle of it, and he decides to jump, and nothing happens, and he jumps again, and it cracks down the whole fucking lake through both sides, and all you hear is just the cracked ice, like from the fucking Polar Express, just that sound, and it goes forever. Nothing.
Yeah.
It didn't. He didn't like fall in or anything, and you could just hear it, and it was the most beautiful thing ever.
I saw a
Try to
video.
find it.
I don't know if it was like National Geographic or something, but it was this guy that goes and finds lakes that are just thin ice and skates on them because of the sound it makes. It sounds like lasers. It's pretty crazy.
Right. Shit.
It reminds me of
Right.
one time. I probably haven't said this story, but we've mentioned Parker before, our friend. Um, it was me and him and another individual, a bearded fellow, a couple grades above me. But we were out.
Is
We were out.
it robe?
Yeah, you could say that. We were out on the lake by our town, and it was very. It had been cold for a long time. It was probably like 9 out at this particular moment, so it was frozen pretty reliably, solidly throughout. So we could walk on the whole lake, like all the way on the middle, and that's basically what we did. And
Oh
we went
Jesus.
and just checked out people's duck blinds and just chilled in there for like um
Oh, down Lake Road.
yeah,
Oh
out of the lake.
shit.
So we just checked out people's duck blinds for a while, and they may or may not have like took some stuff, some inconsequential stuff.
Legally, you guys didn't though.
No, legally we did. Legally we didn't. I mean, but like it's a possibility that in an alternate reality some of that might have happened. But anyway, I just noticed when we were walking back, it'd been safe the whole time. We were staying like a little bit separate, like not all bunched together, just logical stuff like that, and moving like decently slow. But I'd say the ice was at least 3 inches, like 3.5, maybe 4 inches thick. But there's one time that was pretty sketchy. We were near the edge, still pretty far out that if we did fall in, it would not have been a good thing. But I heard a crack, and I was like, all right, I'm kind of not feeling the vibes anymore, though. So just kind of we left after.
Yeah.
Plus, I couldn't feel my
Kind
hands
of.
the whole time because even though I've never had gloves that are sufficient enough to keep my hands warm for any significant amount of time, and cold that's that cold,
Mm.
but it was nice.
I actually found this video. I wonder if you'll be able to hear it. Hold on.
Yeah, that
You can kind of hear it just cracking forever. It is amazing.
might be the video I saw. It sounds crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, kind of want to do that, but it probably takes a lot of skills. Considering I can't even rollerblade.
Right. I
Or
can't. I just
roller
learned to
skate.
skate probably. What is it? Last year. And I heard rollerblading is a lot easier, but this shit don't make no sense because like
4 wheels
it's
versus
literally like
I'll street.
4 wheels in a line versus 4 wheels in a steady position.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about
What the
that,
fuck?
Chief.
I don't know, but I
I'm-
haven't tried it, and so
I prefer keeping my feet in a stable manner. I prefer being like, somewhat stable in what I do.
I
That's
just
why I
prefer
prefer
hovering.
that's why I prefer like squatting
Dude,
and
one time,
lifting to
one
fucking
time, one time, I
the
fell in the
fucking like
river when it was
rollerblade
freezing
shit.
cold out, and Angel's dad was there.
What?
Yeah,
What about the what about the river?
like I was walking on it and I fell in,
Nice. That sucks. I
and
did that.
Angel's dad was there.
He was just chilling, just watching you
He's just, yeah, he's like walking with us.
on the river.
No, he wasn't like, no, it was like me, Angel, and Emma.
Okay. It's a lot.
Like we were
There's
just,
some cool names you got there. Be a shame if
well, they're
didn't say
part of
'em.
DRU, so it doesn't matter. The fuck, you
Oh,
inbred.
but I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a common name. Anyway, I've never, I haven't walked on this river. I wonder how cold it would have to get for how long for our river to freeze over.
Really cold, dog.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know there's been chunks of ice floating down for a long time. I
Oh my
remember
god!
the river I lived in. I lived in a river. The river through the town that I lived in Iowa froze over once, and it was relatively small compared to ours. And I was walking a decent ways away from where I lived with my friend, but my leg busted in. That was pretty cold. I was fine though. I wasn't fine when I stuck my tongue to a pole and ripped off taste buds, and I could see the taste buds on it, and I don't know. That was a different time. I miss that town. We've been there. That's the one I'm talking about, Harley.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
If
Like
yeah,
the one by the bridge.
yeah,
Oh,
under
yeah.
there and then past like down south past there.
Dude, we need to take Mason there.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea. So
Dude, the pool is fun. The pool is fun there. I'm not even
it
kidding.
is. It's a town about the size of ours. So let's just say 1,500 people, 1,000 to 1,500.
Yeah, but with the pool.
It's got a really good pool for a town that big, and it's actually a pretty nice town. Ours, admittedly, isn't that great,
Crack whores everywhere.
especially in certain parts. But that town, pretty much
Did you know
throughout, is
Shady
like a
isn't
nice
even a
place.
town? It's like not even like it's a town, but it's its own town. Did you know that?
Yeah, I figured. So anyway, what so we haven't told the
So
viewers about our trip over the summer, I guess. I don't think they've heard that because we wouldn't have had any way to tell them. So me and Harley, on a whim, in the middle of summer, we decided he decided he wanted to go on a trip somewhere, but he didn't really know where, just like somewhere in a different state. So the state next to the one I live in, I used to live in years ago, and I still have some friends there, and I decided that would be a good place for us to go. So it's a small town, no bigger than ours. Again, 1,000 to 1,500 people. And we just drove, we took turns driving my car. So we just took one car. We were both under 18 at the time, so we couldn't get a hotel. It was fun as hell, but the first day, fortunately, Harley drank 2 bangs and a monster in one day. So he couldn't sleep all night, which was good for me because there were mosquitoes out, so we couldn't really, A, sleep outside, or even sleep with the windows down. And with the windows up, it got too hot to be bearable. So the only way it was tolerable was me just laying in the passenger seat with the air conditioner on. And he decided he'd want to drive around a little bit too. So that's what we
No,
did
I
all
drove
night.
around for 7 hours.
Yeah.
It was not no little bit.
Okay. Actually, throughout the first night, so I drove to a town maybe 10 miles to the um, east of there because I knew how to get there because it was just a straight line because I've been there a couple times. And then I went to this campground I also knew how to get to try and see if we could like park there, but I wasn't like sure if we were allowed to or anything. So I was literally there and then I turned around and shit. Came all the way back to the town, 10 more miles or so. All the while I was like frantically Googling like rest stops or someplace I could park maybe, just park my car so I could sleep legally. Because otherwise I was just gonna park, we just parked our car at a church parking lot and I figured it's probably not like allowed. It, whatever, we didn't get caught or anything, so
Like, what are they gonna do?
what are they gonna do? Send me home? Sure.
Crucify.
But anyway, so yeah, then once we came back to the town, he got up, drove around for 7 hours throughout a very tiny town. Probably got pretty boring
Yeah,
pretty fast, I
I
imagine.
still know every road in that town. I'm not even kidding. Like, I had time to memorize every road.
He probably knows it as well as I do. Me living there for what, 2008 to 2012, 14? So it was a while, 6 years maybe. But uh, yeah, we also met our friend there. My friend, I mean, but our friend now, who was the only one that was available, considering it was on like maybe one day's notice that we went there, and he was available. So we went to a nearby town, like a half hour away. That's like a decent sized town. Let's say the size of, let's say 50,000 people, maybe a little more. Well, there's actually two of them, but they're like of a similar size, and they're right next to each other, and they both pretty much have the same stuff. Went to my favorite restaurant, Hoo Hop Mongolian Grill. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you ever get the opportunity to go there, it's pretty lit. I think they could agree. Then we went to Cold Stone, the best ice cream there is. Then we went to the mall, and all throughout the way, on the way there and there, especially once we hit the jackpot at the High V, we were collecting bangs because bang was a big thing, especially back then, back in the day. And we just saw flavors we'd never saw because there's only like 4 flavors we can get around here, unless you go someplace that has a ton of them, like a GNC, which we didn't know about. So we just saw all these different cool bangs at each gas station on the way there, and I was like, dude, we probably spent $50, somewhere around there
Yeah,
each. He spent more than me
probably.
because he bought more. He bought every single kind he saw, like even the tea ones, I think, which I wasn't interested in, but I got the coffee ones, all the different bangs, and then I got a Giants, the blue pomegranate, which arguably is the best tasting energy drink there is, because I'm a Giants fan. But yeah, that was a really fun trip. Also, I met my teacher, my 6th grade teacher.
Yeah, where did we meet her at? I don't
She
even
she worked at
remember.
the mall, one of the stores there,
Oh, yeah.
and I saw her and I thought I recognized her, and I was like, I'm pretty sure because I remember my teacher worked here. So I went up and talked to her, and that's pretty nice. She recognized me. That was a good trip. It was really.
You probably don't care, but I'm playing Fortnite right now.
I'm playing Madden. Also, probably didn't care about that.
But I have 5 kills right now.
But I have. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I'm in League right now. I'm in Division 4, so
Oh damn, dude, you want to play Fortnite? Actually, no.
yeah. Oh my god, this kid's a sweat. He actually like knew where I was before he even saw me.
Where's? Hold up. Mason still here?
I don't know.
Mason.
Yeah.
All right. We'll Gucci.
Hey, speaking of trips, are you going with me and Harley to DC this summer?
Oh no, I'm not.
Ah, shit, that would have been legendary.
It probably would have been. I didn't really think that it would have been fun, but plus I didn't want to get that much money.
Right. Yeah. So this summer,
Fucking
when we
punk
get
ass
back, that'll
bitch.
be a good story.
I hope you die in the storm. Hope your fucking parents get leukemia.
I'm Harley. I'm edgy.
Uh,
All Harley's roasts consist of self-harm
Dude, that's
or
just so
harm
trippy. Dude, there's
others.
air bubbles in my cup, and it looks like balls.
dog balls?
Oh my god.
Dude, it better look like dog balls. If it looks like dog balls, you gotta show me a picture though. Like, damn. I've been needing some dog balls in my life. Dog balls. Dog balls, dog balls, dog balls.
Dude, are you on Fortnite Battle Royale?
No, I figured it'd probably be that idea for just me and you to be talking about Fortnite. The viewers can't see it, and Mason's not a part of it. It'd probably be kind of.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm playing
Yep.
GTA.
Yep.
It'd be lit. We do need to do a live stream because I could just hook that up, like Fortnite live stream, all three of us. Or you could hook it up if you want. I don't know if you know how to do that. I'm sure you could figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've done it. Yeah, on Twitch or something, but it'd just be YouTube. So I do that on Slam Bash Games. Shout out Slam Bash Games again. Check it out. Check out Slam Bash Games. Historaps was banned from YouTube. Shadow banned. Actually banned. Deleted. It's gone. But you can find it on SoundCloud. If you look up Histo Raps on SoundCloud.
Mason, send me that beat for that song though, so we can like work on that. That'd be fire.
Also,
Okay.
I can't send it right now because it's
Why?
not done.
Oh.
And
I-
I
that'd be
gotta
good.
completely redo it. I messed up some of the fucking beat, and it just
Dude, that do
sounds
be
terrible.
fire though.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Wait, let me just listen. You guys made that?
I did. And then it just repeats from there, and that's as much as I got done. That's probably about 30 minutes worth of work, and it's completely garbage.
That's alright.
So,
What app
far
are
as
you
I can
using?
tell.
but when
What app?
we're gonna have to like meet up in person, to do the bars. So I'm thinking more like a freestyle, just like on the dot. I think that would be a lot better.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. What app are you using though?
It's called Garage Band.
Oh, me and Evan though. Me and Evan used to make like fire.
Yeah. I made a beat and it was somewhat tolerable. Made it with
I don't
pretty
remember
rough.
it. It kind of sounded. I think it kind of sounded upbeat, edgy kid, no cap though.
Wasn't that Evan when he first moved here though?
Yes.
He's an
Everyone
upbeat,
thought you were
edgy
a
kid.
slow shooter.
Everyone thought you were because you didn't talk to anybody, and I felt so bad.
Well, I didn't think you were. Everyone else
Yeah,
thought you
I
were.
was like basically giving off that vibe and I just really transformed.
Right, dude. It's
It
awesome.
wasn't even like I wasn't even like faking. I was just like I was a nerd. All I did, cause literally I was homeschooled, quote homeschooled. So I did jack for 2 years before I came
Mhm.
here, and I only came to school cause I had to for driver's ed. I
Right.
was like, dude, this is the lamest thing of all time. And I met Parker, cause he's the town like introducer. Everyone who comes here
Parker
meets him
changes your
first.
whole life perspective.
He does. And then I met Harley, cause he was like Parker introduced me, and then I think we hung out at one time for the run thing, the walk
Mhm.
5K thing, and we sort of vibed from there. Had a bunch of airsoft wars. That was most of my socialization. Those were fun.
Yeah, basically how we like introduced them to our group was just basically we shot each other with BBs.
I think you were like your first thing you said to me was like you played GTA or something like that. Basically talking like we were in Martin's room. We were in a teacher of ours room, science room, and And those were the days, because I was in your biology class.
Yeah, now I have shit face that I don't like. I actually despise
Literally,
her.
I don't know why you don't like it.
I don't know.
Like
I
literally,
don't know,
like
because I've
if I could
heard
literally
that.
spit on her publicly, I would.
No, dude, that's not cool.
She seems like a
There's
female
nothing
simp.
wrong with her.
Yeah, she's annoying. First off,
Am I wrong that she seems like a female simp? Because I don't have her for any classes.
she is a simp, dog. Like actually though.
Yeah, she actually is.
Maybe just a
It's not-
cringy.
Yeah,
No,
she's cringy.
All right, that makes sense.
She's literally like the embodiment of a turd.
She the one that put all those
Retarded
Things up
paintings
on
on
the
the
wall?
wall. Yes.
All of that PTSD shit that you walk down
The-
the wall.
Yeah,
The Da Vinci retard class. Yes.
the Black Ops 3 zombies or freaking robots coming off the wall type beat when you're freaking walking in the dark.
Right. Right.
No one
And then the
can understand that.
motherfucker.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know,
I just got a purple scar.
Abraham
I just got a
Graham
purple
Bell.
scar.
Abraham Graham Bell. I'm sitting there in
Alexander?
my fucking seat. Yeah.
Abraham Graham Bell. He made the phone.
Abraham
phone.
Graham Bell.
I'm sitting there in the class and I look out the fucking door and the door has like that slim window. And so all I can see is just the fucking cartoon character just sitting there looking at me. And it's fucking creepy. I can't
Mason does
fucking
be simping
concentrate.
sometimes though. So like, I don't know. I just want to say that.
Refusing to hand over my receipt at Walmart.
Dude,
This
I
YouTube
about-
video looks good.
I actually
Bro.
about punched a girl, dude, the other day in class.
Yeah, and then I had to fucking yell at you because you're being retarded.
No, I was just not being a simp because simping's retarded as hell. I'm not gonna let some bitch tell me what to do.
Understandable.
Refusing to hand over my receipt at Walmart. I'll play this
Oh
later.
god.
Simping ain't easy, but it's
That's-
simping's easy. Pimping
Simping's
ain't
easy.
but it's
Good.
But it's also
simping's
gay.
easy. Pimping ain't easy, but it's a necessity, and I gotta be a pimp.
Pimping's better than simping. Don't be a pimp. Don't be a simp, be a pimp.
I'm in love with a cold
Don't be an
gold.
imp
I don't
either.
think we can play that because it is copyrighted music. Yeah, Mason.
Oh my god.
Jeez, Mason.
Oh my god.
Trying to get her thing taken down, dog. Trying to get her thing taken down.
Bro. You just posted cringe, bro. You're gonna lose
Yeah,
subscribers.
yeah, dude. Hey, we actually see we went up subscribers. Though. I'm not even kidding.
How many
Like, I
you
actually
got?
saw
Like
that.
40?
Dude, this kid actually builds
How many we
slower than my
got,
dog
think?
poop. Holy crap, dude.
Did I ask about your video again?
Oh my god, dude, there's a soccer skin on me.
Oh my god, guess what? I'm flying in a Press Mark 2 in Grand Theft Auto. I'm in Hollywood
Holy crap, dude, this
Brentwood
kid's
Hills.
actually good.
Cause you guys
Simping-
asked, right?
Yep, because I don't remember asking, dog.
Exactly. How many subscribers do you think we got? Like 40 now? 42?
Oh, not that many.
41?
Not that many.
Like
30.
39 last time
Seven.
I checked. So
I don't
if we
remember.
increase,
I got
it's
a
at least
couple.
40.
I don't
mathematically.
remember. I don't remember.
Maybe those of you. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Check out our
definitely,
videos, guys. They're short
Yeah.
and they're sweet. Except for the podcast, they're long and they're sweet.
Yeah. Sometimes they're gay because we like to say gay things.
A little bit, but
Oh my god, you simping
sometimes
retard.
ironically.
Can I say
yeah.
retard? I can't.
No, that's
I know.
absolutely fine.
What the?
Say retard as much as you want.
Are you inbred? Come here. Come here. I'm gonna smack you in the mouth.
You fucking coward.
Actually get eliminated, kid. Actually get
Like,
eliminated,
actually,
dude.
like, bro.
Like, this kid builds, but he builds like a bot, if that makes
If I
sense.
shoot this guy in the store, should I be nice? He's just in the store. I could bust a cap in him right now.
What are you playing first?
GTA. Alright, he's coming out. He's
What?
coming out. Bop! Got him. That was a really mean thing to do because he's defenseless. But he was coming towards me. So I was like,
Dude,
"Yeah,
actually, like, I just kill people. I'm gonna try hard.
me too.
Like, I'll
Actually, what
literally pay someone money to 1v1 me in GTA, though. No, you're not a tryhard, dude.
are you talking about? You don't even
You're
play
not a
GTA.
tryhard at GTA. All right, this kid's build battling me.
I
Gonna
mean,
get
like I
one
freaking
pump
kill
kit.
people and don't get killed. I mean, that's pretty much what tryhards do. I snipe people over and
Get
over and
one
over again
pump.
out of their
Yeah.
cars.
I just one pumped a soccer skin.
Oh my god. Oh,
This kid actually sucks.
Actually, bro.
Dude, I actually have like 2 kills right now. So
Do you know words that aren't actually?
actually, no, I don't. Probably not. Probably not. I'm actually not human. I'm actually a robot. I'm actually a clone.
That's lit.
I'm actually a clone. I'm a clone of like
Maybe
Dana
a
White and
clown.
like Alexis
More like
Texas.
clown.
Ah,
What about Dana White?
I don't even know who that is, but I just said her name.
Dana White is the president of the UFC, and he's most definitely a dude, and he's bald.
You know what's fucking stupid?
What's that?
Not being able to fucking beat the shit out of someone in your dream.
Dude, I
You
do that all
literally
the
go to
time.
punch, you go to punch, and it's just fucking soft. Like, you still beat the shit out of them, but not with the force you want to.
I don't know. It's
Oh,
been
I
a
know
while
what
since
you
I had
mean.
a
Kind of like
dream
you have to, like you get held back in a dream.
Yeah, it's like someone's like fucking, like you're punching someone in fucking syrup.
Yeah, actually, that's like what I was scared to fight people. Like for a little bit, that's actually why I was scared to fight people. I'm
Because
not
you
even gonna,
thought that's how it was IRL.
no, because I thought that was gonna happen to me. Like while I was fighting someone, so like I was gonna get like messed up, like big
Damn.
time.
Right.
My
Because they're over here throwing haymakers and I'm sitting over here throwing like 2 mile per hour.
gay
like,
makers.
Yeah,
Gay
honestly.
majors.
So
It's like what I was thinking, like the whole time.
interesting. I don't know if I've had that. I've noticed that.
But now, I
noticed-
know. But now I know. I just
I've noticed that in dreams, like, but it's more just like when I need to yell something, like I'm screaming for my life, and it's just a whisper. Like
It's
when-
like when you
I
need
never have
something the
that.
most.
yeah.
I can lucid dreams sometimes, but not to
But
an
I could do it
extent to
on
where I
my
can do.
own.
I
could
can't
on
do
my
it
own.
to where whatever I want. I can just like if I think of something, it'll happen. But it's like involuntary. So like when I was little, I used to live in a trailer, and the trailer had like spirits and shit. And so in my dream, there was something in the fucking shower curtains, which was my biggest fear, is something popping out of the shower curtains. So I'm literally sitting there, and I'm like, okay, there's something in there. And then this little fucking gremlin pops out, like screaming my name. And I'm running, and as I'm running in my dream, I'm thinking, I would sure fucking hate to fall right now. And then I fell in the.
Oh my god, this
fucking
guy's a
dream.
minigun! He's fucking
Yeah, I wish
minigun
I
me in
was
the ball
more
sack!
available at something.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
I have a whole Google Doc full of my dreams that I've written down since 2016. So
Oh fuck, dude! I need
Got
to
it,
start
2016.
doing that.
they're pretty much whenever I wake up and I had one that's memorable enough, I just write down in as much detail as I can. Some of them I'd rather not talk about, so it's not like public, but other than they're pretty funny, so I might read some of those in a bit if you guys are interested.
Right. Actually, something weird. When I used to take melatonin, and this is why I don't take melatonin anymore.
You're literally
And this
one
is
subscriber away from 40 subscribers.
and I have the talking stick, fucker. Um.
These
So
other
when I
faggots
used to
think that
take
they are
melatonin,
Oh my
can
god!
you shut the fuck
Yeah,
up?
seriously, we don't care about your game and neither do the viewers. And if
No,
we're
I'm
in the
not
middle
even
of
talking about
something-
the game. I was on YouTube looking at our channel, and there's another guy that says his channel name's the DRU Vlogs, and his video has 54 views, and it says it's about 10 cheese. It's about 10-piece chicken McNuggets.
Oh my god. Can we fucking boot him offline?
Boot
Okay.
the Drew Vlogs off.
Anyway.
Shut up.
Anyway, how about you pass
Hey.
the talk?
talking stick over to Mason. I think he has a talking stick. You should let him talk.
Motherfucker.
Dude, I invented
So-
that. Shut the hell up.
Okay, so if you guys listened earlier, I said something about how me and Harley were going to DC. And so for me to get to DC, I have to fly. Harley has the luxury of not flying. For me,
What do you mean the
anyways.
luxury? I have to drive 16
Just
hours.
let me
You're
talk,
smoking
dude.
dog poop.
It'll make sense. So when I was younger, I would take melatonin, and this is part of the reason I don't take melatonin anymore. I would have the same consistent dreams for a month straight, and it was all just this. It was the same dream, just different variations. So like, I would have a dream of being in a plane crash, just different ways I would die. I'd be sucked out of the fucking cab. I'd be sucked into the motor. We would die at the fucking in sea. Like we'd have a random crash at sea, like just for a month straight. And it fucked me up, and I think it's part of the reason I have some anxiety that I'm still dealing with today. But I am absolutely scared of fucking planes. And
Damn.
this summer I had to fucking take a plane to DC, so this is going to be very fun. And
Yo,
by
can I have
fun,
speaking
I mean
stick for a
kill
second?
myself. Yeah.
All right. So what Mason was saying was having a reoccurring dream. I think I even told Evan about this though. Like one time, I kept having like these reoccurring dreams, and it was bad, like bad,
What was it about?
like to the point where I'd like cry. They were that bad.
Well, what were they about?
Oh my God, I'm actually gonna cut myself. All right, but like it was like so basically, I'd have them like every other night, like, and it happened for 2 years straight. All right, listen.
All right.
So like, and it's kind of like a future prediction almost. So like, uh, it's like a movie. It's like Don't Look Back or something. I don't know. It's like some kind of fucking movie or some shit. I don't remember. But like, it had like, there was this guy. I can remember it perfectly. So basically, it was in my grandma's town, like the hometown I grew up in. It's like 45 minutes from here, not even. And basically, like everything's like weird. Like it's like a zombie town. But like I always remembered, my grandparents' TV would be in black and white static. My grandpa would be sitting in a rocking chair. The lights would be super like dimmish, kind of like the lights about to burn out. My grandma would be at the kitchen table. And I remember I always hide at the same spot in the elevator, like a grain, it's like a grain elevator, and I'd always get found. But when I get found, I wake up. It just happens all the time, and I just wake up crying because it's like it was so realistic. Because like it was like it's kind of like a serial killer. But like every time I went to my grandma's house, I just like I couldn't go back in. I just had to keep running,
Damn.
and like
Shit.
he always found me, and he was like the scariest looking motherfucker I've ever encountered.
You wanna hear some of mine? You want me to pull up my?
Sure.
Alright, dog.
All right. Let me go to a different GTA world so I'm not getting AFK killed. Let me pull it up. It's in a Google Doc. So I remember the first one. I'll just start talking about it right now. The first one I wrote down. So basically, it was in the middle of the African desert. So it was like if you imagine what a Somalian town would look like, but at night,
Hmm.
and the lights are sort of on, but it's got like sandstone buildings or whatever it would be.
Minecraft noises in the background.
Yeah. So I think this is the account it's on. Let me look. I'll just read it word for word because I wrote it down in as much detail as I could. Saturday, September 17th, 2016. Two super tall African guys show me a donut made out of a dead guy. One walks away to a house or something. The other walks with me over to crates and crates of boxes of dead people donuts. It's dimly lit at night in an African village. He starts talking with a couple of short Asian ladies about the donuts. It's like a market there. Then on the other side of the building, a black lady is getting out of her car and hears what's going on and calls her son, a 5 to 6 year old kid who walks over to the market, and once everyone sees him, they scream and run away. Then a gigantic, muscular Icelandic guy hears all the ruckus and comes out of his little motel room in the building. As soon as he sees the kid, he screams and runs back into his room. So I don't know about that boy. Apparently everyone was afraid of him, even giant, strongest man in the world types. So that was the first one. I have countless. I'm definitely not going to be able to read all of these. It would take hours and hours. But I can sort of
Right.
skim through and look for interesting ones. If you guys, it might. Let's go ahead if anyone has anything.
I'm totally down, dude. Trying to think. So you guys ever have that one dream where it's like so good that you remember it throughout the day and you get not butterflies, but just like a feeling of just like, damn, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I saw that.
I used to have
I had
dreams where I
that
used to
like
make out with
last week.
girls.
No, I've been having a lot of those kinds of dreams lately.
Mm.
You're a weirdo. Well, I had
Am
those
I?
when I was like 10.
I don't
Right.
know. I never had those kinds of dreams, but I had the, I don't know. Back when I was a simp, I would have dreams about like having a GF or something. And I'd wake up and it'd be like,
A GF. You're an actual simp. Yeah.
No, I had a dream one time. There was this chick. What? It was there was a Disney Channel came out with this fucking movie, and it was like this black girl that could sing and this black guy that could also rap. They were like our age now, and in this movie, and I used to have a crush on the black chick, and she showed up in my fucking dream, and it was like okay, you like someone in real life, like that's okay, until you have a fucking dream about them, and then it just gets so much more serious. Like you just look at them so much differently, and it's fucking crazy. So I'm just over here simping over this black chick. I was like, oh, I want a piece of chocolate. Motherfucker, I can't even handle white chocolate right now.
I don't know
Interesting.
how to take that into context, but yeah.
Here's one I found that was kind of interesting. Sunday, October 2nd to Monday, October 3rd, 2016. I don't know if I should read this word for word or just describe it. So, alright. So I'll just read it. It starts as a commercial. A couple with an adopted kid are fishing in a very shallow pond connected to a river. It's basically a puddle, basically just connected to the river. We hear growls, and Jaws comes up and starts to drag us by the fishing pole towards the ocean through thick forested river. I eventually grab onto a dock and escape, but the other person with me doesn't. I follow them by free running on the branches along the river and stuff, Assassin's Creed style. Jaws eventually turns into Hitler, and some Nazis on a boat. I get to a train track above the river, and the Nazis are slightly past it. My friend, who is still being pulled, says, okay, where I have written down, it says, lol, you should tell him. Maybe that he actually said that in my dream, I just don't remember. Something along those lines. I blurt something out, but it doesn't. I blurt something out, but it doesn't hear it. Then my friend says something in German to him, and he turns around and fires a Mauser at me. He misses, and I run to the right into a tunnel that leads underground to a mountain. I pull out my flashlight while Hitler screams, "Bullscheißen!" Nazi cops start chasing after me in the tunnel. I get to an underground town like Cappadocia, if you guys have ever played Assassin's Creed Revelations. And I turn back a podcast I was listening to, and apparently I had set it to Italian, so I guess they recorded it in multiple languages. So I had to turn it back to English from Italian, because the literally guy that in the podcast was speaking Italian. So I had to get across I have to get across to a building on the other side to escape the town. I have super jump like in GTA 5, but I keep missing the windows when I'm jumping up like a freaking lunatic. I finally get into a building, but by then the Nazi cops, who have since turned into Saracen guards with metal clubs, have caught up to me. I try to walk up the stairs, but I have to take some of them out with my huge metal, um, it says British Golf mallet. I'm not sure what that's called, but they keep coming and eventually kill me. So I guess that's how that ends. There's some more funny ones, but I'll leave an intermission between these because they're kind of long. If you guys want to talk. Or no, I can go.
Yeah,
Hold up. You guys seem quiet. Someone like just talked and they're quiet as hell.
Me?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
you're quiet as hell.
How?
You just are quiet. Your
I don't
voice is
know
quiet.
how though. Like I'm not talking quiet.
Alright, that's better. You're good.
Like I'm confused.
I don't know, but it's better now. Maybe your mic was messed up.
It was not messed up.
Alright, it's fine now. So, anyway.
I don't know what to talk about.
Alright, I'll just say the next one. Friday, November 4th, 2016. Between 7:30 and 9:56 a.m. So I worked in an Arctic mine or factory. Most of the building was privately owned by the company, but one room had a government agency in it. The agency eventually grew like a cancer, and they prepared to take over the last part, and the leader of the agency had a big speech. Me and my colleagues threw a revolution, storming the factory to no avail. They kill or subdue everyone else until I'm the only one. Then the leader turns into Napoleon Bonaparte, and searches for me. He's literally Napoleon. And I'm in the basement running around for somewhere to hide. So I guess the dream ended there while Napoleon was looking for me to fucking execute me.
Um, huh. Dude, I look, you want to make like a song.
Okay.
Dude, I'm just tired.
It is 11:03 p.m. currently, and we've been recording for 46 minutes currently at this very second. So, I mean, I can keep going for a while, but if we don't have anything to talk about and you guys are tired, it's not a ridiculous thing to call it quits.
Yeah, 'cause I'm kind of like tired. Like,
All right, man. Well, I think this was a decent episode. I think this can go up on YouTube.
mm-hmm.
Well, glad you guys joined us for this episode number 2 of the DRU podcast. Hopefully you
For
stay
sure.
tuned. Subscribe, please. For your own sake, I think you guys will very much enjoy the videos we put out, whether they're podcasts, whether they're vlogs, or whether they're the well edited or at least high effort videos that we put together as skits. Check out The Adventures of Gaymen and Ramme Part 1 and the subsequent episodes that will come out in a bit. I think you guys, if you have any sort of sense of humor that's anything like ours, I think you guys will like it. So,
Dude, Evan, this one's got 6 likes. That's a lot of likes.
which one?
The Adventures of Gaymen and Ramme, and I haven't even like
Nice.
posted it on my story.
Nice. Hopefully, after this podcast, if anyone listens to the podcast, especially to this point, thank you very much. We appreciate you guys. You are a good fan if you got to this point. We encourage you to like and subscribe. Like any videos that you like, obviously. Leave some comments if you guys have any suggestions. We're not opposed to that. I think I have it set to allow all comments, so say something hateful, say something encouraging, say something creative, say something unfunny. I don't really care. Say something. I like to hear what people have to say. So again, just to close, hopefully this podcast has been entertaining, if nothing else. And we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace out.